And here's the reason why we need boosters. The Omicron variant. It is bringing back lockdowns and restrictions. China is on high alert. 13 million residents of Xi'an are under lockdown. 52 new cases were detected there recently, so 13 million people have been put under lockdown. We don't know if these are Omicron cases, but there is chaos. Look at these pictures. Hundreds of residents rushed to a shopping center. The lockdown orders led to panic buying. China is paranoid about this latest outbreak, perhaps because of the way the West is faring. It is struggling with Omicron. Health systems in the US, France and Germany are considered the world's best, but they're unable to deal with the latest surge in infections. There is a shortage of testing kits, hospital beds, even health professionals. Our next report tells you how Omicron is challenging the West already.
Rapid tests are out of stock. There are long lines at testing sites. And hospitals are at breaking point. The United States is living through another pandemic nightmare. The Omicron variant is spreading fast, and the Biden administration is struggling to keep up. The biggest problem is the shortage of testing kits. They are out of stock at several pharmacies in America. Those who do manage to get one are paying through their nose. A pack of 2 rapid tests is being sold for $20. In some countries, the same test is sold for $1. President Joe Biden is facing tough questions. He admits there is a shortage of testing kits, but claims hospitals are in better shape compared to last year. That isn't the case in Minneapolis. According to a report, hundreds of people are waiting for emergency rooms to open up. Some hospital CEOs even took out this full-page ad recently. It was an appeal for help. The ad says, "We're heartbroken, we're overwhelmed. How does this happen in 2021? American allies in Europe are struggling too. A new wave of cases has overburdened French hospitals. A hospital in Mulhouse, doctors and nurses have reached breaking point. They are overwhelmed by a flood of cases.
The Mulhouse Hospital ICU is currently at full capacity as patients have been coming in for the past 20 days. 70% of the ICU patients are COVID-positive cases.
I must say that after 2 years in the same situation, to have a moment of respite like this summer, when we have fewer cases, it allowed us to catch our breath and think that maybe it was the light at the end of the tunnel. But in the end, no. The waves keep coming and hitting us, and the more it goes on, the more tired we get.
There is serious shortage of health workers in France. 7 out of 13 regions had to trigger emergency plans. Staff holidays have been cancelled. Reinforcements from the private sector are being called in to treat patients. The staffing crisis is affecting the capital city of Paris too. In the Greater Paris hospital system, about 1,000 nursing positions remain vacant. This has forced authorities to close 13% of their beds. Across France, 6% of all hospital beds are unavailable because of staff shortages. Germany is facing similar problems. ICUs in Germany could be operating at their peak capacity by Christmas. Hospitals may not be ready to handle new patients. German hospitals are struggling to operate all ICU beds. At almost 90% of the hospitals, there is staff shortage. The Western world's poor handling of the pandemic goes far beyond its borders. It can't even get vaccine donations right. In Nigeria, a bulldozer was called to destroy thousands of AstraZeneca shots. The Western nations gave them more than 1 million doses, but the shots had a shelf life of just a few weeks. They came too late, and then they expired. Nigeria had no choice but to destroy the entire stockpile. So far, most countries have relied on the West to dictate the global response, but their plans have failed to deliver, both at home and abroad. The latest Omicron surge shows the world needs a new and better playbook to end this pandemic. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.